Hello, Quantum Leap callers. Happy Thursday. It's Krystal Shada, just leaving you your Thursday Quantum Leap message. And today, my message is for those of us that may struggle with perfectionism. And perfectionism is both a gift and a challenge. For some people, the gifting in it is really amazing organizational skills and attention to detail. And creating structures around those things. So those are just a minute few of the gifts that some of those of us that struggle with perfectionism have. The challenge is the areas in perfectionism that can be difficult for us and can get in our way. And depending on our other strengths and challenges, on how perfectionism shows up for us. So for some people, perfectionism shows up as avoidance. It shows up as procrastination because there is the concern that I need to do these things, X, Y, Z, and the concern is I'm not going to be able to do it perfectly, so we put off even beginning. That can be one of the places that perfectionism is debilitating. Another place, depending on how you show up, is that we can be such a perfectionist that we literally burn ourselves out because everything has to be done perfectly, and we are driven by that and literally can't stop, can't pause, can't take a breath. And it ends up feeling like this compelled, frenzied way of being. And we always fall short. It's just never enough. Whatever it is, it's just never enough because there's always room for improvement. Now, unfortunately, our society has a messaging for us that you just got to be bigger and better. It's always high and to the right as far as our growth. And it's never enough. And we got to keep striving. And it could always be better. Even Mary Kay herself said nothing wilts faster than a laurel rested upon. In other words, we got to pick ourselves up and go again and again and again and again. Now, is there value to that? Yes, because we are productive in that. Is there also challenge in that? Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to find peace in that place of never enough. And so my message for you today is to start to notice some of those places that perfectionism is not always as helpful. Let's live in the gifting of it and start to let go of the challenge of it. One of the ways that I do that is I recognize that a good portion of what I do, a huge portion of what I do, does not need to be perfect. It doesn't. It actually doesn't. Now, I may think that it needs to be because I will feel peaceful if it's all perfect. But the problem of it is that there's always room for improvement. So therefore, I never feel peaceful. So what if I could create my own peaceful by saying it's good enough? Now, if you are not a person that struggles with perfectionism, this message is probably not landing for you. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I live my life by it's good enough. And in that case, awesome. Good for you. I love that for you. For those of us that struggle with perfectionism, giving ourselves a moment of peace, removing the knife that we hold at our throat, that we threaten ourselves with, and just releasing that a bit by saying good enough can be one of the most peaceful and freeing experiences to practice in life. So as a person that dishes need to be done before you go to bed, sink needs to be clean, you need to wake up to a clean house, bed needs to be made in the morning, and all of those kinds of rigor and rigidness in a way that compelled me to be always doing. And one of my big practices around that, and I'm certain that it would not serve only me, one of my big practices around that is to say good enough. That's not going to happen today. So what are my priorities? What is going to happen? What things can I reduce on the priority list so that I love the life I'm living and I'm not just surviving the life that I'm living and trying to create a peace that can't be found. So I just share that with you. I come from a line of perfectionist type people. My grandmother, who passed away not too long ago, she was very much this. I mean, we used to laugh and say dirt didn't grow in her house. Like, it didn't exist. I would watch my grandmother, and she just, continually was picking up, tidying up, washing, dusting, cleaning. I mean, she would vacuum her garage ceiling. She would, scrub soap and water the garage floor, like that as an example of the many things that she did that were like that. And she did it until the day she died. And I wonder if she ever really found peace in that. I don't think she did. And that's an important thing to look at. What actually matters? Is it the things that I'm giving all of this energy to? And so for my fellow perfectionists, how does it affect you? Where are the places that it doesn't serve? And I don't have those answers for you, but I know that you do. And so just inviting you to take a look at that. For my avoiding perfectionists, one of the steps that is really great to practice getting into motion is taking the smallest amount of action that you can take while also having it be big enough that you will allow yourself a mini celebration about it. And it's just the next step. And as small of a section of it as you can break off. And just that. And then we celebrate it because our psyche needs that. And then we take one more step. And then we take one more step. But we're only taking one at a time, just this one in front of us. And the smallest bite of it absolutely possible to just get us in motion. And so that's just a little invitation for the avoiding side of the perfectionist. I hope this is supportive for you. And you may be listening to all of this going, I do not struggle with any of this. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants, just having a good time in life kind of person. Awesome. Great for you. And you might know someone you love dearly could be a person that struggles with that perfectionism process. And perhaps you knowing this can support you in being graceful with them and having empathy towards them. Perhaps that would be important in that relationship. All right, so make it the most amazing Thursday. Hugs to you. Bye-bye.